What is up, my people? Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna talk Mai. She was released, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday, and so I want to talk about that, and what I think about the new design, which is pretty much the old design, just in a Street Fighter way. So it's just a teaser trailer. They're always going to show you a teaser trailer first, and not any gameplay, just pretty much just the character, kind of what it's going to be about in a way. I haven't checked out the website. Usually on the website they have more information about the character, but I mean, we know Mai from King of Fighters and Fatal Fury and DOA and so many other games. I think she's one of those characters that does make a lot of appearances in other fighting games or other games in general. But the thing about it, like, I do like, her face is okay, and when it comes to her body and stuff like that, I don't know if they kind of toned it down a little bit compared to other games that she's been in, especially when it comes to the physics of like her body. I don't want to say exactly what I'm trying to say, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's pretty obvious that I think they kind of, maybe it's just because it's like a teaser trailer, but they kind of toned it down on the physics of her body. Of course, I've heard theories that this is kind of like a throwback to the first Mai from Fatal Fury 1, right? The very first Fatal Fury. In which case that makes sense, because that was like a very thin Mai, and it's only later in later iterations of her character that she started to get more voluminous. I think that's the word. She started getting more volume. But I think overall I would give this character like maybe a 7 or an 8 as far as Street Fighter designs, because I don't think it's like the best version. I think her face is, they gave her a very sexy face, but at the same time I would say that it's kind of kind of stiff in a way, to where it's not that animated, almost like it lacks a little bit more, I guess you could say, like realness to it, where they're kind of like made it to, okay, she's the pretty girl, right? And they just gave her that pretty girl thing, but it doesn't seem as alive as some of the other characters, including Terry Bogard. And who knows, maybe that's what they were going for. But she just doesn't seem as expressive, and her body even doesn't seem as alive as other characters that I've seen in Street Fighter and other iterations of Mai herself in other games. This one just seems a lot more, I guess, robotic in a way. But we'll just have to see, because a lot of times, the teasers are always like lackluster, and then when you start seeing the gameplay, some of the physics starts to kick in, and it starts to look a lot better. But we're just gonna have to see what happens. But overall, like I said, it's for me, it's gonna be like a 7. But since like I said, they said that it's gonna be like a earlier version of her, which is a much younger version of Mai. Then you kind of, I kind of get it in that sense, and I kind of see how it will kind of be a little bit different to what I was expecting. But then at the same time, it still doesn't seem as alive, like the movements and it's not as fluid as, like, for example, Rashid's robes, or like the way his stuff moves, or the way Terry Bogart's hair physics moves, and stuff like that. And you were expecting, that same kind of attention to detail to go into someone like Mai, who usually, historically, when she's in games, she has that kind of stuff going for her. And for example, this is King of Fighters 15. I believe this is King of Fighters 15, and so I kind of like this one slightly more, not too much, because I still kind of like the design of what they were trying to go for with sf6 one. But like I said, it's like this, guys. Like, it's fairly simple what I'm trying to say. It's like, to me, Chun-Li has always been like the leg queen, right? Basically, she's always been the one that has the best legs, and they always draw her in that way. She has long, thick legs, and even if you're gonna draw her as an artist, that you have to do that. You have to draw her with long, thick legs, muscular legs, because that's where her power comes from. She has a lot of good kicks and stuff like that, and that's where her sex appeal comes from. It's for the leg keens out there who like legs and stuff like that, right? And then, of course, you got Cammy, who she's more of a cake queen, and she's doing her thing with her cake, and giving everybody a slice. So, and then of course you got the Freak, which is none other than Jury, where their foot, like straight up pointing at the camera in Street Fighter 6. Like, they're not even embarrassed about that, right? But now we got something for the boob guys, right? We got something, because Mai, she's always been the boob queen. Like, she's always been that girl, and now that she's in Street Fighter 6, they kind of toned it down. I think they held back a little bit. I don't know why they did that, because Street Fighter 6 doesn't seem like the game that is scared of doing what it wants to do. And a good example is, like I said, Cammy, Chun-Li, and of course, the most blatant one, Jury, sticking her face right up in the camera. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I was expecting a little more when it came to Mai, but I get it. I get what they're doing, and like I said before, it could just be the fact that that this is just a teaser trailer, right? And because it's just a teaser trailer, then it's going to be a little lackluster. But then, when we get gameplay footage, it's going to be better. By the way, this is a DO-A6 or 5 or 6. I forgot which one was it, to be exact. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the matter, guys. You guys let me know what you guys think. I think personally they need to get a lot they need to work on them jiggle physics. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, just give us a little bit more jiggle physics, and I think I personally will be happy. But anyways, guys, that'll be it for today. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.